Hello, lovelies. Welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela, and this is Teacher Pamela Plans, where we do everything from crafting to planning to teaching ideas and, of course, dreaming. And that's what today we're going to be talking about. I have right here what I'm working on for the assessment, as well as my monthly April dreams. All right, so let's get started. So I wanted to show you, first of all, that I'm doing the MakseLife companion notebooks, and I am just absolutely loving it. This is my first time doing this. Before, I was doing power sheets, and I did like the power sheets, but I don't think I was as able to be as accountable with the power sheets, just the way that they were set up. These go with me in all my planners, and I'll show you exactly how I'm using them, and I just love it so much. So really, this one I keep with me at all times, and then whichever month I'm on. So there's 4 of these additional notebooks, and so the reason why I have 2 here is because we're starting a new quarter. So this will be my new one that I'm going into. Your only limit is your mind. Prior to this, so January, February, March, I was using Trust the Timing of Your Life. This really fit what was going on in my life at the time, and I really, really love this one. Is just perfect for this time because of what I'm going to be working on, which I will show you. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start with my assessment. Here's the actual companion that comes with everything, that has the goal setting specifically. Okay, so this, I already filled this out prior to filling this out for now. So this was the very first assessment I did. I really took my time on this. I did it actually more than once to kind of get a feel for it, of where I really truly was in these areas. And not only that, like, I've added some intentions here. There's my word of the year down here. And I have also done some personal questions, and I saw this, and I can't remember who did this on another YouTube video, so I apologize, but I really liked just having questions to ask myself. So I'm using these questions quarterly to kind of look, am I doing what I need to do in these different areas of intent? And then, of course, I have my annual goals here. And so there's my annual goals and all the things that I want to do. So I'm using those to create my monthly goals as well. All right, so since I already did that initial assessment, I'm going to do it again. I copied this off of MakseLife's website. They have free samples of this for people to use, because when it comes to the MakseLife companion notebooks, they have this assessment within this initial goal setting book, but they don't have it in the other books. So at the end of this book is where you find, okay, it's the end of the quarter, so I need to do another assessment. So all they have is to rate the different areas. They don't have these assessment scoring questions in there. So I printed this off because I find it really important in order to evaluate where I truly am in these areas. So I'm going to do that here and now and talk a little bit about it. Okay, so in personal, the question is basically you score 1 to 10 how you feel you're doing in these different areas of personal. My basic needs are taken care of. I definitely feel like that is a truth. I generally feel happy and fulfilled. I'm feeling very happy and fulfilled in this time period. I have a positive attitude and outlook on life. Definitely do. I give myself grace for my limits and imperfections. That is an area of struggle for me. I regularly take time for planning, reflection, and self-care. That area for me is okay. I would like to work more on intentionality in that area. I just feel like I'm not super intentional about some of the time that I take for myself. I'm comfortable spending time alone. I would say I used to really not be, but I'm kind of neutral about it at this point. I've learned to kind of adapt a little bit very recently with learning how to do that. There are hobbies and interests I engage in regularly. Yes, that's very true. And there are personal goals or projects that I want to achieve. Absolutely. Am I achieving them? Not necessarily, but I want to. Okay, so in this area, and don't think that I know what I'm doing. I already did this once off camera, like with the math. So like, I'm just writing it out. So this is more like a 6.9. It's really close to a 7. Okay. And so this is definitely improvement from last time I took this assessment. So yay, that's what we're looking for. Fun and recreation. I take regularly planned vacations or time off. This I scored myself in pretty high because I do have plans to do those things. So my goals really, I set out this year to take a friend vacation, a family vacation, and a vacation with my husband. So like, I feel really good about that. And when I do those, I take time off. So I create moments for rest and rejuvenation. Still needs a little work. I give myself permission to have fun without feeling guilty. That one I really struggle with. I have fun in ways that I serve my highest and best self. Yes, I like to have fun, and I'm doing good with that. I reward myself when I accomplish a goal. I haven't really done that much, and so I want to start working on that. I do things on a regular basis that bring me joy. Absolutely. I spend enough time with people I enjoy. And my social interactions are enjoyable, meaningful, and fun. Yes, they are. So my score in this area, 6.75. All right, work and learning. I am enthusiastic about and engaged in what I'm doing for my life's work. Yes. I'm fulfilled by the work I do and believe it adds value. 100% I believe that what I do adds value. My work is a true fit for my purpose, strengths, and personal gifts. Yes. I am contributing to the work the way that I desire. That one has bumped up, and it's still not like perfect or anything, but I really feel like I've gotten somewhere with that. But I'm pretty hard on myself. I have positive interactions at work. Yep. I expand my skills through continued growth and development. Another one that I feel like there's some room for improvement for sure in that one, but I feel like I am working on it actively. I have an actionable plan to support the growth and success I desire. And I am curious and eager to learn. Yes, I love to learn. All right, so this one has gone up quite a bit. So I'm excited. Really, I think almost all my areas went up. So I'm loving, I feel like MakseLife is working for me as far as that goes. All right, family and relationships. I'm present with my family, friends, and significant other. I mean, I think I am at certain times, but that's another area that I feel like, okay, I could do better. I share mutual love, respect, and appreciation with my loved ones. Yes. I have healthy boundaries. Still something I am working on, but I think I'm getting better and better about that. I am free from toxic relationships. Yep. I experience vulnerability and intimacy in my personal relationships. Still working on that, but I've done a way, 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 way better job of that. I have a sense of community and belonging where I live, work, play. Yes, I do. I have clarity and peace in the areas I feel like I'm lacking, meaning just accepting your own faults, which I feel like that kind of falls under personal, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm working on accepting my imperfections, but I'm still struggling with that. I'm actively designing what I want from my relationships. Yes, I definitely am. Okay, so in that area, got a 7.25 in. All right, let's move to health and wellness. This is my area of definite struggle and an area that I feel like I'm definitely going to have to focus on a lot in the next coming quarter. I take care of my physical, mental, and emotional health. No, not good enough. I eat well and drink plenty of water. No, I'm terrible at drinking water and I'm not eating the way I should. This one's rough, I'm not gonna lie. I get a sufficient amount of sleep. I'm doing better with that, but no. I have a regular exercise routine. I have improved on that a lot, but it's not consistent. Like I'm definitely moving forward with that, but I need to be way more consistent with it. I have a healthy self-image. Not really. I have healed from any stress or trauma I've experienced. So I'm working on that, but I'm just not there. I feel strong in body, heart, and mind. No, like I definitely need some improvements. And I'm equipped to handle life's events with strength and vitality. I am equipped. Do I do it? That's the question. Okay, so here it's a whopping 3.5. This is obviously my area of severe need. Spiritual and personal growth. I have identified what my own definition of spirituality is. Yeah, I feel good about that. I engaged in regular spiritual practice. I definitely could be a lot better on that. I invest time and energy into my personal and spiritual growth. Again, that's kind of similar. No, I need more time in that. My words, thoughts, and actions are congruent with my benefits and values. Yeah. I act as I believe. So for this, it's more about like intentionality within that. That's what I'm struggling with. I seek to learn new things about myself and others. Yes, I definitely do. I feel clear and connected to what my guiding principles are. Yeah, I'm pretty clear on my values. I practice gratitude regularly. Yes, I do. I have the JMB Living Journal, and within that, she posts like, what is your gratitude per day? And I try to stay pretty regular with that. I do miss some days here and there, but overall, I feel like I'm pretty good about continuously being grateful. And that is something that has gotten me to where I am now. I was really struggling and in a dark place, and that helped immensely for me to get out of it. I have found peace and forgiveness where there has been pain and suffering. Personally, this is a very, I have, but that one hits home personally. I have financial and economic security. Yes, I very much do. So that's very true. The issue with that one is that I don't really create that myself. So I almost like feel like I shouldn't even fill that one out. I'll come back to that one, but that's the one that I wanted to like get rid of because I've streamlined and automated my financial dealings. Like honestly, like I don't do a lot with that. I have a favorable credit rating. Yes, I absolutely do. I am implementing the systems and skills needed to meet my financial goals. Not really. So that's an area that needs some improvement for sure. I believe in my ability to acquire wealth. No, I struggle with that. With my belief system. So I need to work on that. I have security. Yes, I do have security. I have a healthy relationship with money. I do have a healthy relationship with money. And that, like, I try to think abundantly. So it's interesting because a lot of people would think, oh, well, if you think you have, like, this unlimited supply. And it's not really that. But you want to think positively about money, like not, oh, I don't have enough money for this, that, and the other. So I think overall, I do try to think of abundance. Like, I can go do this. I can spend my money how I want to. I spend my money responsibly and within my means. See, like, I feel like I have a healthy relationship, but no, I need to work on not going outside my means. I have a financial plan for the future and contribute to it regularly. Like, that's something, like, I really need to work on, too. I think this is where I'm at with that. All right. My average for that one is 5.4. That one is lower. I feel like I got lower in that. And which is probably fair because I have been struggling in this area, feeling that way last month, really. Physical environment. All right, my home, car, and workplace are clean and safe. I mean, they're safe. Are they always clean? No. I'll come back to that one. My physical environment is free from clutter. No, it's definitely not free from clutter, but at all. I feel organized, kind of. I enjoy spending time in my personal space. I do. I'm gonna give that a 3. I just feel like very cluttered. I'm up to date on necessary repairs. One's fairly neutral. I feel like I could look at some things with that with my husband as well together. He usually takes care of most of that stuff, but you know, I can be on board with that. There are physical areas where I can go to recharge and experience comfort. Yes, I do have that. My environments support having positive energy, good habits, and personal success. I definitely feel supported in the management of my home. I feel like this is, I mean, overall, I feel like it contributes pretty well. I think there's just some clutter I need to deal with and some clean spaces that I need to deal with. Yeah, I think I'll give that like a 5 just because that's an area of need. It's safe, but it's not necessarily like my expectation of clean. So this is a 5.75 for me. It definitely needs some improvement. These 3 are really the areas that I feel like, okay, this quarter, they're my lowest. I need to work on those areas. And I'm feeling really good about these other areas. So these need to be really focused, especially this one right here. So when it comes to the JMB journal, like they have areas of focus in there. So I think those are the 3 that I'm going to be putting in that JMB journal. JMB living, I should say, journal. All right, so those are my 3 areas of focus this quarter. All right, so I'm going to put that to this side. Now that I've filled that out, I am going to go into the old one and go to the back of that because that's where that gets filled out in here. You're going to rate your satisfaction for each of these areas, which I already just did on this paper, so I'm going to copy it into here. And then it's going to say what's my current and what's my previous. So I'm going to do that. Because overall my score definitely increased from a whopping 43 to 49.82. Now again, before I kind of averaged it. And so that's making up a little bit of that, but I really feel like in these areas I've improved, so I'm super excited. What personal actions contributed the most to these results? I really feel like taking weekly actions was really important, like just breaking things down. Doesn't look right. Is that how you spell breaking? I can't. 3 words to describe how I generally felt over the last 90 days. Improvement. Growth. And happiness. Where is my biggest opportunity for growth? Definitely health. Especially physical. What area of life will be my main focus? I mean, the same one. This is going to be my main focus. And then on top of that, I'm also going to be focusing on the home environment or physical environment, as well as financial. Making some budgets on things. I need to get going on that. So that's what I'm looking at for this month. Okay. So now moving forward, I am going to show how I also do my monthly goal setup page. All right, so on here, a lot of people don't know how to use the calendar, and I will give you an idea and tell you how I use my calendar. How I use my calendar is I use it with my weekly actions. So I look at my weekly actions that I'm going to do for that particular week, and then I will be like, okay, how am I going to fit that into my calendar, splitting it up even daily? Because, you know, one of the things that I do for weekly is like read chapters, 1 through 10 or something like that. So then I'm like, okay, on Monday, I'm going to do chapters 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. So I split it up. So the things that need to be split up is what I put on there. Now, if it's something that is a daily habit, I don't put it on here because that's like a given. It's going to be in my other habits. And so I don't need to transfer it anywhere. But these are the things that I need to like even split up even further than the weekly actions. How am I going to get it done? And what day am I going to get it done? So I use my calendar that I'm using for that month, like what's going on this week in my regular life. So I put that to coincide with this. Okay, what can I do on this day? Will I even have time at all to do my goal stuff if I have 400 meetings that day? No, I'm not going to. So I use this in with my also monthly that's in my regular planner, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my monthly goals, and then I'll go over that with you. So in order to fill out my monthly goals, I want to look back at my annual goals and make sure that they coincide, that I'm not just like making stuff up, right? So I look back and I figure out kind of where I'm at in these. And one of the things that I feel like I need to start adding in is establishing a consistent evening routine. So that's going to be one of my main things for personal this coming month. My focus this month is going to be, I think, intention. Being intentional. I think that might be in a couple areas. But especially in personal. I'm going to do that. And so in order to be intentional, I definitely need a more consistent evening routine. So that's going to go in my daily habits for this time. I have a routine already of what I like to do. I just need to do it more and not just be like, well, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. So that's where that comes in. I'm going to read 2 books. I'm just really slow on one. I'm really behind on it, so I need to get going on it. I want to do, also add in, take a bath 2 times, so kind of every other week probably. And I want to do my cutie keepers. I've got a lot of catch up to do in that. See if I can get going with February, March, and April. And then I think this month I'm going to focus on coloring. In my JMB, we have a coloring page quarterly. All right, for fun and recreation, I think my best word for this is happy. Like what's gonna make me happy? And so I think the biggest thing in here, I've been trying something new each month. So my something new, and I don't know that I was great at that this past month with my friends. I did one of the permanent bracelets. That's something new for me, and that was a fun experience, and it's really pretty. So that's something new. It doesn't have to be anything like amazingly amazing, you know, it's just something new. So then I'm also gonna put solo adventure. I purchased one of the solo adventure books to help myself branch out on alone time. So I'm gonna try to do 3 adventures. That's a lot, but I'm gonna really try to do some to catch up. And I need to think of some sort of reward for health goals, because I need to accomplish some health goals and reward myself for it. Then, work and learning. The main focus in this area is just passion. Continue to be passionate about what I'm doing. I forgot to. And then I also use my I almost messed that up. I also use my stencil. So I'm going to be using that as well. Teach Phoenix. We're working specifically on his letters. And we're on to NOPQ. And then so we're going to work on with Jackson, keyboarding. And his saxophone. And then I'm just trying to focus on my YouTube twice a month. Or twice a week, excuse me. And social media posts. Okay, so my YouTube is not counting what I'm doing for my classroom and OutSchool. So I think that's what I'm gonna focus on there. And then relationships, I think I'm doing a wonderful job with my relationships for the most part in house. I think my focus is going to be distance relationships. So, weekly phone call to someone. And then I need to plan. Jackson's birthday is at the end of the month. And I need to plan Easter. And then really my other one with my husband right now is paired. We will probably do a actual date later on. It is tax season, so we'll wait for that probably till towards the end of the month or even next month. So distance. All right, health and wellness. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the star of the show. This is gonna be about consistency. Let's go get consistent. Okay. Glasses of water. So this is going to be another daily habit. A lot of these are daily habits. Staying in calorie budget. Per day. That's a big one. Three times a week. Exercising for sure. And stick to meals. And I don't want to make it too crazy. Oh, the other one is bed time. 11 p.m. That one's going to be really hard to stick to. I've not been good about that at all. So yeah, if I'm going to do the, nightly routine, it's also going to be hard to do that on top of it. But I need to get going on that. That needs to be a big focus. All right, so then I'm looking at my spiritual and personal growth. And this is just going to be about quiet. I think sometimes things are too loud in our lives, and so I've got moon rituals that I like to do, meditations, and that's within my evening routine, so I probably won't put that like separately. It's in my morning and evening routines. Prayer, that's also in my routine, so if I stay consistent with my routines, I can get all these things in, and affirmations. So I probably won't put that in a separate area. I have areas where I can see if I'm doing that or not. Financial focus is to save. I have a lot of things coming up. I'm going on a vacation, so like definitely need to save some money. budget is the biggest thing. So budgeting myself. I'm thinking about setting up cash envelopes. The other thing I wanted to put here is See You Able. I am the treasurer of See You Able. What focuses is helping caregivers of those with disability, giving them some resources. And I am the treasurer, so just keeping up with that. And that I put in there because that's a volunteer. So that's why I put it in a spiritual. Tracking. Track expense. So I need to work on that. Okay. Physical environment. I'm really focusing on organizing. And I could even put like declutter or something. Decluttering, organizing, and dumping. So I really want to focus on my clean 30 minutes. And it's not daily, but it is going to go in the daily habits. It's pretty much, my 30 minutes is typically like 5 days a week. As far as like the cleaning stuff. Maybe 6. I don't know. And then organize 1 room per week. And it might be the same room if I don't get done with it. And that's okay. And I'll focus on each week. I'll figure out which one works. All right, so those are my monthly goals. I hope you enjoyed that. Then when I get into the weekly, I'm going to transfer what can I do this week. And some of them won't even transfer over to here. Some of them I may not have time for if I have a busy week. So I'll be getting into that. So sometime this month I will do a weekly, and then I'll show you how my calendar works so you can see how those dreams go. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you will join me again soon. Please like and subscribe, and keep dreaming.